Welcome. I'm here with Steve Howe, the Executive Chairman of Omnia Wellness. Steve, thank you for being here. How are you?
I'm doing great. How about yourself?
Doing great. It's a pleasure to have you here for the first time. Take us through the beginning here and let's get started. How did Omnia Wellness start as a company? What was your role in starting the company, and how did this come from a genesis?
Well, the company actually started doing research on some of the products that we are currently using a number of years ago. My brother and I began the concept and started working with some engineers to produce prototypes. And, after a lot of trial and a lot of modifications, we introduced the first products in 2017-18. Omnia was actually formed in 2018 to really energize and supercharge what we were doing in the market and what we're currently doing today.
Fantastic. Okay, let's talk about some details too. Could you go through the different endokinetic treatments that are offered by the company currently?
Sure. Endokinetics involves the combination of thermal, either heat or cold, but in most cases it's heat. It involves pressure, which we deliver through high pressure water jets through an impermeable barrier. It involves deep tissue, and it involves what we call a wave action. So if the intent of our products, which is to increase circulation and increase blood circulation, which has all the benefits of endorphins and all the things that make you feel better when you work out or when your blood is circulating, and in the manner in which we do it. So each of those 4 points provide an increased blood circulation capability, and so that is foundational in all the products that we do.
Got it. Okay, let's talk about the Sola Jet. What makes that different than a traditional massage?
From the standpoint of the therapy that we're providing compared to a traditional massage, if you want to look at it that way. First of all, our treatments last about 15 minutes. We're doing it on a warm 100-degree kind of temperature, warm water, high pressure water jets. So water has got an amazing characteristic when you're using it for muscle treatment, or in this case, comparing with a massage, in that it can't damage the tissue. You can't damage bone. In many cases, if a masseuse isn't really talented in and skilled in what they're doing, they can actually do damage around the bone structure and ligaments. So water doesn't do that. Water conforms to the person's back or side or stomach, whichever way they're laying on the bed. The other important thing is that it moves more blood flow, and again, that's the main element of the therapy, is to increase blood flow.
Outstanding. Okay, now in addition to health and fitness, what are the other markets available for your products? Where are you hoping to expand to and grow into other markets as we move forward?
Well, our biggest planned growth outside of fitness partners and medical partners is putting our modalities into a corporate store. We call it the Bodystop. Our first store opens in about 2 weeks on Long Island in New York. It will feature all of our products plus some complementary products like full body cryo, for example. But again, the common denominator here is to increase blood flow and to do it as much as possible in a touchless fashion. So a person would purchase a monthly membership, which would allow them to a certain number of treatments on a monthly basis, very much like a gym membership or anything else. But the key here is all of our equipment is easy to use, and people love it because they're not going in to lift weights or to run on a treadmill or any sort of physical activity. The machine is doing the work to increase blood flow, and that's why people feel better after a short 15-minute treatment.
Got it. Okay. And are you focusing on any audiences outside of the United States specifically?
Yes, we've recently announced a partnership with the STV, which is Switzerland's equivalent to the Olympic training group in Switzerland. They organize and train in all various disciplines about 300,000 athletes from young entry club level up to the Olympic participants. And we've agreed to place a group of our products, a bed, a chair. We have a percussive individual massage treatment that we'll add. We also have cold or spot cryo, which allows treatment of specific injuries or soreness or that type of thing. And those will be going into initially 5 or 6 clubs. They're major clubs, and then that can expand over the next months into 200 locations. So the collaboration with them is done on a usage basis. So an athlete's given a specific treatment protocol by their in-house physical therapist or trainer, and we provide the equipment for that treatment, and the protocols will be followed by the athletes, and then the professionals involved with the STV are convinced that they can improve performance, they can improve post-workout results, recovery, and which allows the athlete to do more during a given training session. So that's an important collaboration. It's really our springboard into Europe. We have a number of business development activities going on in surrounding countries, but we expect Europe to be a large market for us as well.
Phenomenal. Okay, anything on the near horizon here in the next couple of months, maybe Q2, that you can share about upcoming plans for Omnia that you would want the retail investor audience to know about moving forward? Well, probably the biggest thing I mentioned earlier is the opening of our corporate store, and the public is very interested in what we're doing in the local area. We've already pre-sold a couple hundred memberships, based on expectation of opening in May. So that'll be a really big deal. We'll have a lot of coverage around that. We'll have a grand opening. We have a number of VIPs that are anxious to come and see the Bodystop is what we call the corporate store, and experience it. So that's probably the big one on the horizon. We'll also be announcing additional openings in LA Fitness. We have 2 now. We expect to move that number toward 5 or 6 in the near term. So yeah, the growth plans are there, and we're excited to get it started. Outstanding. Steve Howe, Executive Chairman of Omnia Wellness, thank you so much for joining us, sharing some future plans, and talking about what it is that Omnia does on a daily basis. Thank you very much. It's nice to be here.